Hello everyone, welcome back to Network Profits. In today's video, we're going to dive into the premier network software, a network simulation software, in my opinion, that exists in the technology marketplace today. That network simulation software is called GNS3, as you can see on the screen. GNS3 is used by literally thousands of technology professionals worldwide, from network engineers who are looking to do some development with DevOps or automation with network devices, to technologists who are looking to achieve some industry certification, whether it's a network certification or something related to Linux or Windows or whatever the case may be. It's used to emulate, to configure, to test, troubleshoot, you name it. You can do any of these things and simulate real networks. The thing about GNS3, it's open source, it's free, so you don't have to pay ever. And while there are other simulators out there that have similar functionality, they're subscription based, and you have to go out and maintain the subscription, and the software has to go out and actually physically touch a licensing server, typically like with Cisco or others, prior to actually being able to utilize the full functionality of the network simulator. When I say that, I'm speaking specifically of Viral or CML, which are Cisco products. There's also EVE-NG, which has some similar functionality to GNS3, but EVE-NG is also subscription based. While GNS3 has loads of features, there are, I won't say many downsides, but one of the challenges is that you've got to provide your own images. So whether you're simulating Docker or Docker functionality, or whether you're simulating some industry vendor's network OS or network switching or routing platform like Cisco or Arista, you've got to provide those images yourself. Okay, how does GNS3 work? Well, there's a GUI, right? The software is provided as an all-in-one download, and you install it, and that's the GUI part, right? Then there's also the server, which is where all of your hosts are stored, and the server can be run locally or it can be run as a virtual machine. Now, before I get too deep into this, I want to give you the disclaimer. This is the quick and dirty. GNS3, it's extremely feature rich. There's loads and loads of documentation that goes along with it, as you can see here. There's also a GNS3 YouTube channel and GNS3 courses if you want to go dive in and you want to pay for training, right? What I'm going to give you here is the quick and dirty version. I'm going to show you how to get it up and running on multiple platforms, primarily Windows and Mac OS. We'll also do Linux. Now, I can't, obviously, we're not going to do that all at once. However, if you stick with me, you hit that subscribe button. We'll go through each one of these platforms and install the software and get it up and running, so that you can utilize the GNS3 on whichever platform you choose. So getting back to it, for this particular set of videos, we're gonna utilize a GNS3 server, both locally and then also remotely, and then we'll connect those up as well. When I say connect them up, what we're gonna do is we're gonna span our topology for GNS3 across multiple GNS3 servers. So if we look at the supported operating systems, it runs on all of the Windows platforms that are current and some that are not so current. Windows 7, Windows 8, Windows 10, Server 2012, 2016. Then it also runs on Mac OS X versions Maverick, which is 10.9 and later. And then it runs on most flavors of Linux. Additionally, you can run the GNS3 VM on ESXi, which is VMware, or bare metal cloud servers provided by various platforms. You could even get your own domain name, or your own web host, VPS, or physical server in the cloud, and upload it and run it there, right? It doesn't just have to be packet.net. They just list this as an example. Also, it's not really listed here on this page here, but when we talk about your physical hardware requirements, while you might be able to get it to run on just about any platform, when I say platform, I mean AMD or Intel, and probably any amount of RAM, greater than 1 gig, you're going to be limited in the number of hosts you can add to your topology based on the number of processors or virtual processors you've got in your machine and the amount of RAM that you have in your machine. Obviously, hard drive size is something to consider, but most importantly, you're going to want to make sure that you got a fairly beefy system if you want to span your topology across, anything more than 10 to 12 medium-sized routers or switches or virtual machines that run Linux or Windows. You want to have at least, I would say, no less than 8 gigs of RAM if you really want to dig in and create some pretty intense topologies. You need 8 gigs of RAM or better. So with that said, I'm not going to delay. On my channel, I like to dig right in and get to it and not waste time. So let's get to it.